Alright, so we got Mike on the ride. How you doing today?
Straight, man. What's going on?
I'm just out here working. What about you? You got today off?
Yep. Pretty much just, chilling out. My fiance had my car, so the car broke down, so
Oh,
do
shit.
the right thing, then I'll get the car.
Alright, be the gentleman. I got you. Take some notes, guys.
Thanks. That's how you treat your woman, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You definitely gotta give her the car if you off. Plus, I don't like waking up early in the morning, so.
Yeah, but you gotta think like this too, it's one thing for you to be picked up by some strangers, and then you got your girl, unfortunately, not every driver is as cool as me. You know what I mean? But I put it like this, I was raised in a house full of women, so they always, make sure I was that chivalry, ladies first. If we didn't have a bed to sleep on, I took the floor. Enough beds, actually. But yeah, so what about you? What makes you such a gentleman?
I don't know, man. I think I have a lot of women in my family as well. But you have a sister, you have a mom, and I have a daughter. So I always want to think, hey, how would I want a man to treat my sister, my mom, and my daughter?
Exactly.
So when you put it in that perspective, you always try to, as a father, as a future husband, you want to show them the right way.
For sure.
Right way to do things. You know what I mean? You just can't talk about it. You have to be about it. And I know I don't do 100% everything the right way, but there's some things that you just can't deviate from. You have to have it a certain way.
No, you're right. You're so right. Unfortunately, it's a scary world for women out there, and part of our job is to help protect them. Being a brother, a son, a father. I got a little girl myself, so I can attest on all those things with you. So let's help teach some of these guys out there, because I feel that's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? My sister used to watch Lifetime movies, unfortunately, and I would see some of the stuff. I'd be like, no way do I ever want that to happen to one of my sisters. God forbid my daughter, my mother.
Yeah, for me, a lot of that stuff is real life, so no Lifetime movie needed. When you seeing things with your own two eyes, and you realize that you don't want to put your significant other or whatever through that same kind of ordeal. So
yeah, exactly.
For me, it's all about, you can learn from different scenarios and different things going on in your life, but the best way to learn for me is through other people's mistakes and watching other people how they maneuver. So I try to learn just by watching as opposed to learning by doing. Because if I can learn your mistakes from watching you, that's just gonna make me a better person off the top. Not having to go through the same scenarios and ordeals.
For real. No,
you want to teach the youth that.
I agree. That's what's up. That's a great knowledge to pass on. Cause I would say it like this, I put it like this: a wise man will learn from his mistakes. A wiser man will learn from everyone's mistakes. So I've always tried, that's part of why I like having these conversations, so you get to learn from the people, not just from their successes, but also from their mistakes and their failures. So that's real great. That's real great advice. I love this conversation already, man. Especially because being a father of a young lady right now. I feel this is an important message that we should be passing on to other men, so that way, because some guys don't have the father figure in there to show them the right direction, or they might have the wrong kind of father figure showing them the wrong direction. So it's good for us like this. Like, one thing that I was raised is, you walk with the lady on the inside of the street, you walk on the outside. When you walk in that street, you too? You heard that when you were growing up?
One more time for me.
When you walk down the street, you walk on the outside, and you have the lady on the inside.
For sure.
So, and what that does, in the city, there was two reasons for that. So I don't know about around here. You from around here, Tampa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So up north, it was like this. First off, if you walk in with the lady on the outside, excuse me.
Yeah.
First off,
closest to the road.
yeah, you in between her and danger. You protecting her if there was a car to come wild off of, hit off the curb or whatever. You can protect her first and foremost. When I was a kid, I thought my sisters just wanted me to be the to be in the way so they can get away first. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But then I was told if the lady's walking on the outside, that's advertisement. So 2 reasons why you should have the lady walk on the inside.
That's the double-edged sword. That's real insightful, and that's a good message for the youth now, and also a good message for the young women, so they know what to look for from a gentleman. Not a lot of gentlemen out here floating around, so you find you a gentleman.
Right.
It's always a keeper.
Like, he doesn't necessarily have to open every door for you, pull out the chairs for you,
But that's not realistic.
But you see little things like he's walking between you and and traffic, then that's a sign right there. Just little things like that. Right?
I always tell my people it's the small things, the little things that matter the most, because the little things just point out somebody's level of detail.
Yeah, so right.
Detail, the devil's in the detail, and if somebody is meticulous about certain things and want to make sure that you have certain things, not necessarily the big stuff. Women like the flashy stuff, the jewelry, the rings. You want somebody that's going to show you just give you the small things. The big things are going to come.
That's so true. And another way to look at it is like this: like everybody pays attention and tries hard for the big things. Mm-hmm. It's the little things that show the true person, because they'll do this grand gesture, but if you see afterwards that there was maybe said something under the breath or roll their eyes a little bit, does a little thing that kind of canceled out everything that the great grand gesture. Yeah, so
little things like the way he talk to you, if you call you out your name. Those little small things to people, because it's cool as hip, what I'm saying, the call you woman, the B word, or whatever. You have to, ladies, if you let that happen, you open the door to when you guys get into an argument for them really to show you how they feel about you. So, I have a rule, I don't call you out your name. If I'm mad at you, I'm just going to stay silent. And sometimes silence is bliss. Because they'll let you know 2 things. I'm not going to degrade you or be derogatory. At the same time, I'm not going to say anything that I know is going to be hurtful or demean you as a woman, because you are a reflection of your man. So if I'm demeaning you, then I'm telling myself also that, hey, well, the woman that I chose is not about nothing, so I'm just going to call her whatever I want to call her and degrade her value.
That's so true,
also,
man.
because I have a daughter, I don't think that's cool. And that wouldn't be something I would want my daughter to catch on and feel like, oh, well, I hear dad say that all the time. And I think that must be something that's right. So most of it is just about teaching. And, I'm still a young guy. Just because your age doesn't mean that you have to act immaturely. You still want to carry yourself with, integrity and class.
Now, you made some great points there with that. First off, if a man really cares about you, then he would think about that. He would consider that. Even in the time of anger and you guys fighting, how far is he willing to go to hurt your feelings? Definitely should make a difference. And then also, they always say, what's it, Freud? The girl looks for the guy that's like her father. The guy looks for the girl that's like the mother. So you gotta think about that. If you have a child and you have a boy, you don't want him to bring the wrong type of woman, because then that's how he's gonna expect women to be around that boy. And if you have a female, you have your little princess, exactly. Then you gotta realize you're the image that she's gonna be looking up to, and she's gonna be looking for a man in your image. So what kind of image do you want to show? What kind of person you want to be? What kind of man you want your daughter to eventually be with?
You definitely want to show that, hey, this is how man is supposed to carry himself.
Exactly.
But that's with anything.
This is a great video, man. Fortunately, the ride's almost over, but I think we got a lot out there to help educate these people, these young men out there.
That's what it's about. You spread your knowledge, you spread wealth. You know, knowledge is wealth. And
Facts.
every day that you're on the earth, you should strive to be more knowledgeable, because that's what is going to be representation of yourself. And that's how people perceive you. When they see you, they listen to you, they talk to you, they gauge you about how well you carry yourself and your knowledge and how educated you are, and just about your overall demeanor. And it speaks value to, you know, your upbringing, but also just your personalized attention to how you want to carry yourself. And, you know, everybody, you know, with hip hop, and you know, I love hip hop and R&B and all that good stuff is great, but a lot of that stuff is just for show. And we should all just take a step back and say, hey, this is entertainment, this is how people get paid. And a lot of those guys and girls, they come up with the upbringing of not having a solidarity in the home. It's always a single parent home or something like that. So, you know, they are forced to act and behave and adapt to the environment. You don't have to go through that, so you don't have to live their life, so you can pave your own pathway.
Right.
The streets is what it is.
Right. So on that to show, you know, and sex sells. So of course they're gonna, you know, talk about women in a sexual way, call them, you know, hoes, and it talk to them that way, because it's all for, you know, the dollar signs, you know, to make that money.
Yeah, it's all a ploy, because you know, they're pandering to the youth and the streets and the marketplaces that actually listen to it, because that's the lifestyle that they're living. And shout out to them, you know, no hating and nothing like that. You know, make your money. We all listen to it, but at the same time, just because you listen to something does not mean that you have to enthrall yourself with it. You can still be your own person. You can still jam, you know what I'm saying, and hang out, have fun, but understand that this is not your life. This is their life. You live your life. You listen to the music. You know, you jam out with your friends or whatever, but still carry yourself in integrity, because they want to. And as you see, as people make more money, they stop doing some of the stupid things that they would have done when they were broke and coming up and all that. So
that's true. So hey, it was a great final thought. A great way to end this on a deep message, and I appreciate it. And with that, man, you have a great day.
Shout out to my boy. Good conversation. I need to check out the channel to see what other good content on there.
Oh, you got it.
It was a fun conversation.
I know if they're talking to you, man, you're definitely gonna be a fan of the show, man, for real. Alright, man, peace.
Me and wife separated the day that my mother died. I said, don't let the door hit you in your butt. To those men that they get anger and abusive to their woman, remember, you was born for a woman.